for up to 20 minutes a day, then we're not getting our maximum dose of vitamin D every day, so our body can build stores for that. So last summer, we already came off a deficient summer of vitamin D, and if we're not taking supplements or eating foods that help to support some of our fat-soluble vitamin intake, then we're going to run through the winter with vitamin D deficits. Very important, and I know we're going to talk a little bit about vitamin D. It's not going to be the primary concern this evening. We're going to talk a little bit more about digestive health and cardiovascular disease, but we will touch on some of these as we go through. Fibromyalgia. I know a lot of people have this diagnosis underneath when they deal with hormonal imbalances, digestive complaints. Fibromyalgia tends to go with them. Fibromyalgia can be a disorder that has nutrient deficits. So when we have a deficiency in your nutrient in your gut that's not absorbing all the nutrients that we need, a lot of magnesium, calcium, your fat-soluble vitamins A, D, E, and K, that can lead to a diagnosis of fibromyalgia. Fibromyalgia later on can lead to other disorders. Eating disorders, that one's pretty self-explanatory. I don't think I would have to really explain too much on that. Metabolic syndrome. Here's a great one, and I know we are going to hit this one hard tonight, so I won't spend a lot of time on metabolic syndrome. This is also called insulin resistance syndrome X. This one plays a very big role in Alzheimer's. Does have a lot of role to do in your depression, along with bipolar issues. Schizophrenia is another one that seems to have a very large tie with metabolic syndrome. They're just now realizing, and Dr. Denbour is definitely going to elaborate more this evening on how insulin affects the brain differently than it affects our body. So how we think of insulin resistance in our body, that we just tend to put on more fat cells, it affects the brain in a completely different manner. So you can't always say, you know, whatever works down here is going to work up here. They are finding new things. Chronic fatigue goes along with fibromyalgia. We tend to see those two tied together. Movement disorders, this is where restless legs comes in. Now I know a lot of patients don't think of restless legs as a possible neuronal deficiency in the brain. Parkinson's disease.